Welcome back to Sunday Night in America. The partial government shutdown enters a second month. Republican senators have been in D.C. all weekend trying to stop TSA agents from being used as pawns. But this is not a game. Lives are impacted in real significant ways. Democrats aren't punishing ICE. ICE is funded. They're punishing you and the women and men of TSA. And Trump may send in ICE agents to relieve the unpaid TSA agents. Wouldn't that be something? Democrats would be enlarging ICE authority rather than reducing it. Meanwhile, filibuster and cloture are still making news. Presidents wonder how someone can be elected without 60%, and things can pass the House without 60%, but the Senate is different. On the other hand, senators are likely to go back through history and count the really bad bills that never became law because Republicans were able to use the filibuster during Obama and Biden. When you say goodbye to something, you might wish one day it wasn't gone. Joining us is a man known for common sense and his sharp questioning. He recently authored a book on it. Sen Kennedy from the great state of Louisiana. Welcome, Senator. How and when does this partial government shutdown end?
Well, the party line that we're supposed to parrot is that we're talking and we're reasonably close. Dreamweaver. If you believe that, you'll never own your own home. We're not even, on a scale of 1 to 10, we're minus 17. Here's why. There is no bill, no compromise involving ICE that the Democrats will vote for. Why? Because the Karen wing of the Democratic Party is in control. And the Karen wing of the Democratic Party will punish any Democrat that votes in any way to help ICE. That's just a fact. And we need to stop looking reality in the eye and denying it. Here's what we ought to do, and I've talked to most of my colleagues about it, including Senator Thune. I don't speak for them. I would accept the Democrats' offer to open up everything except ICE at DHS. And then the very next day, I would pass a reconciliation bill which crafts a budget for ICE. We can do it without any Democratic votes. Certainly the Democrats are welcome to join us. We can do it with all Republican votes. That's how we pass the one big beautiful bill. We don't need Democrats to do anything with respect to ICE. They think we ought to abolish ICE, just like they wanted to abolish police, just like they think that kids ought to be able to change genders at recess. Not all Democrats are that way, Trey, as you know. But the Karen wing, the loon wing of the Democratic Party is calling these shots. And that'll get the TSA folks paid. What we're doing right now is a Great Dane-sized whiz down the leg of every employee at TSA and everybody else at DHS who shouldn't be paid. And we're giving a bunch of pretty speeches on the floor when the truth is, and everybody knows it, the Democrats are not going to vote for anything that has to do with ICE because their party tells them they have to abolish it. And that's where we are. We can be open in 7 days.
That's why I love having you on, Senator, because you speak the truth and you do it in a pretty blunt way. Speaking of DHS and blunt colleagues of yours, I've known Markwayne Mullin for over a decade. He is blunt. He's honest. He's one of the most loyal friends you can ever have. I would have preferred to see Markwayne and Rand Paul work out their differences in private and not public, but maybe I'm wrong about that.
Well, look, I'll say this for their exchange. It was authentic. I mean, they don't like each other. That's the way the world works sometimes. Markwayne's going to be confirmed. We've got huge management problems over at DHS. I don't want to plow old ground, but we've got huge management problems. And it wasn't just about the fact that the former secretary spent $250 million making political commercials with her on a horse in front of Mount Rushmore. We've got deeper problems than that, though that was a big problem. I don't mean to speak ill of anybody. I like Secretary Nolan, but the truth is, and everybody knows it, we need some fresh blood there. Mark Wayne will provide it. He's experienced. He's a good businessman. He understands the legislative process. I can't wait to get him confirmed, and he'll be confirmed this week.
You know, Senator, speaking of confirmation, one of my dear friends is in front of you on Wednesday, and she is as nervous as Lindsey Graham in a spelling bee because, number one, she respects you, and number two, you are a tough questioner. So she's been studying like it's a bar exam, and she should. Your questioning is part of what prompted President Trump to say enough at DHS. So I love having you on. I love watching you. People say they don't like lawyers, but they like John Kennedy. Thank you for joining us on a Sunday night.
Trey, Congress went to hell as soon as you left, man. We need you back.
God bless you, Senator. We'll see you soon. Take care.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.